What's up everybody, my name is Cedric and today I'll be unboxing and reviewing probably the most premium productivity mouse that you can find in the market. If you read the title of the video and saw the thumbnail, you'd know it's not a new mouse, but it's one of the best known among professionals or masters. This is Logitech's MX Master 3. I've probably been eyeing this mouse for almost a year now and I still can't believe I ended up getting it. This mouse is definitely one of the more expensive non-gaming mice that Logitech sells, up there with the MX Vertical and Ergo. And there definitely is a good reason for that. Now before we get started, I do want to point out that there is another variety of the MX Master 3 that is specifically designed for Mac. I'll be going over the differences between both of these very soon in the video, so make sure you continue watching. Alright, so inside the box, here it is. This is the gray colorway. And the only reason I went with this colorway rather than the space gray, graphite, or black is because this one matched the closest with my 13-inch silver MacBook Pro. Also, we can see right over here we have some paperwork as well as a cable. Also, right over here, this is a charging cable. This is a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. And picking up the mouse, we can see right at the bottom is kind of like a setup guide. And first impressions when I unboxed this, I gotta say the color and the ergonomic design looks so minimal and clean, and it truly looks like a master of a mouse. Also, this is a USB receiver to connect your device. So as I promised earlier in this video, let's go ahead and look at the differences between the Mac version and the original version that I have here. So first, the Mac version is a really useful purchase if you're already in the Apple ecosystem. That's because you'll be able to connect this mouse to an iPad as well as a Mac, of course, whereas with the regular version, you'll only be able to connect to any Windows, Linux, or Mac-based computers, but you can't connect to any iPads. Next difference is that you don't get a USB receiver with the Mac version, and the only way to connect is through Bluetooth, whereas with the regular version you get the USB receiver as well as the Bluetooth option. Now another area where the Mac version may be preferable to the regular version is with Smartshift. Smartshift detects the current application window and automatically switches to the scrolling mode for that application. Now I'm not sure if I misunderstood this or not, but when I hopped onto the Logitech website to compare both of these mice, I saw that Smartshift was only available with the Mac version. But contradicting that, when I was looking at the specs on the Mac version, there was a comparison between these two and it said that they both have Smartshift. Now I don't know which one is true and I still couldn't find out after using this mouse for a month, which kind of goes to show that this isn't a big deal breaker. But although this auto shifting thing is pretty cool, you can easily switch to the free spin mode whenever you need by clicking on the wheel mode shift button, and if you click on it again, you can come back to the regular ratchet mode, which moves line by line. I find myself switching through these modes more than I expected to, just because it's there and I might as well use it. And I probably wouldn't have even thought of switching through different scroll wheel modes if I was just using a regular mouse. And also something else that's pretty cool is that you can scroll up to 1,000 lines using the scroll wheel in just 1 second. Moving on to the last difference, and that's with USB-C charging. The Mac version of the MX Master 3 comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable, which is obviously perfect for Apple as they're already all in on USB-C. Meanwhile, the original MX Master 3 comes with a USB-A to USB-C cable, but both of these guys can take advantage of USB-C quick charging. So what's cool is that if you charge this mouse for just 1 minute, you can get up to 3 hours of usage, and if you charge this 500 milliamp hour battery all the way up to full, you can get up to 70 days, which is just phenomenal. So jumping away from the differences between these two mice, let's just talk about the advantages of this mouse. Also, I literally think I cannot cover everything about this mouse in this video, so I've already planned on making another video. I'll be comparing more of the best features that this mouse has, a little bit more in detail. But let's continue with this video and let's start with the ergonomic design. This mouse is so comfortable to use for well over a couple hours straight. I mean, like it says on the website, the silhouette is quite literally perfectly crafted for the shape of your palm, and I think that's exactly right. This is the most comfortable mouse I have personally ever used. Alright, next up, we for sure have to talk about app-specific profiles and customization. So this mouse has 7 different customizable buttons, and they're all separately customizable for different apps. So when you head into the Logitech Options app, if I click on any one of these circles, for example the scroll wheel, I can choose between any of these options depending on what suits my workflow. If I click on the gesture button, once again, tons of different options. It's set right now in such a way where if I hold the gesture button and move up, it goes into mission control. If I move the mouse down while holding, it goes into app expose, and right and left to switch between desktops. And like I said, you get to customize these buttons for virtually any app. For example, in Final Cut Pro, which is what I'm currently trying out for editing my YouTube videos, for the scroll wheel, I assign delete. For the wheel mode shift button, I have the letter N, which allows clips to snap together. And I left the gesture button the same. The horizontal scroll wheel is the same as well. And I did B and A for blade and select for these two buttons on the side. Overall, these customizations have boosted my productivity to a whole nother level, and I certainly can't imagine myself using a non-programmable mouse. Then you can also go into the point and scroll tab and do some more customizations, example with sensitivity, pointing, scrolling speed, etc. And then the third tab, which is flow. This is where the crazy stuff's at. After setting up on two devices with just a few steps, you can transfer text, images, files from two computers running two different operating systems. You can go from Windows to Mac or vice versa by literally copying and pasting. I think this is an amazing time saver and definitely a cool addition for those of you that are working with two computers at a time. Another cool little feature is that you can pair up to 3 devices with this guy. Just hit that easy switch button on the bottom of the mouse, pair the mouse with different devices, and switch between devices with ease. And I think that's about it for today's video, guys. That was the unboxing and review of this beast of a mouse. It's unique, professional, and a master of productivity. I think if you're debating about getting this mouse, but you're unsure whether it's the right fit for you, or if it's too expensive, or you're planning on waiting for a successor, probably the MX Master 4, hear me out. This mouse, it's worth every penny, and I think it'll definitely change the way you work. I'm not a professional, nor am I a mouse enthusiast, but I knew if I didn't try this out, even though it's $100, I would be missing out on it. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave any comments or questions that you may have down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.